Hey everybody, how you all doing? It is FG here, and it is time to start a brand new franchise on the channel, Madden 18. This has been coming since the summertime when I announced the Madden 18 franchise team that I would be using. We are going to use the New York Jets. Now, the New York Jets is probably one of the hardest teams to rebuild in this game. They have virtually no talent except for on the defensive front. This is going to be very difficult. I will be bringing in a guest later in the episode to talk about the AFC East. We are going to play this on All-Pro Simulation. We are going to play with normal relocation settings. I don't want to see a lot of people relocating, though we probably will see the Chargers relocate at some point. It usually happens. We're going to leave pre-existing injuries on, which means that Quincy Enunwa is going to be hurt for us, which is going to be very discerning for us. We are going to have to figure out someone that we can get the ball to. We do have Austin Seferian-Jenkins as well as tight end Jordan Leggett coming in. So a nice, pretty quick rookie tight end as well as a fast veteran tight end. Hopefully Seferian-Jenkins can stay healthy in the series. All right, so who will the coach be? Well, the Jets are going to go ahead and early fire the lame duck Todd Bowles at the moment, and we are going to bring in a strategist. That is right, we are going to bring in someone who has drafted very well in the past, and you guys know exactly who I am talking about. We are going to bring in a staple on the channel, a classic on the channel. Coach Sandy Hines is going to come in. He's already rebuilt the 49ers. He's already rebuilt the Eagles. And this man can come in and try and rebuild the New York Jets with his philosophy and his drafting and his skills this season. And every season after that in this franchise series. So, what we're going to do here. We're barely going to be picking up anybody in the beginning of the series. We are going to make a couple key acquisitions that can help us out along the way, however. So, we are probably going to be picking up a fullback, as I'm pretty sure the Jets do not have one, but we will be taking a look at the roster in just a moment on your television or phone or computer screen. Here it is. Leonard Williams is obviously the best player. We have a quarterback situation that is rough, and we are going to have to figure out who we want to start here. It's going to be tough. Bryce Petty, Christian Hackenberg, obviously the youth. The Jets had brought in Josh McCown. Do we pick up another veteran to fight for the job? Who knows? Running backs are pretty much set. We might bring in somebody for a little bit of speed. We definitely need to bring in a fullback. Quincy Enunwa is going to be hurt, but they do have a lot more speed at wide receiver, and I happen to like Jalen Marshall, who happens to be one of the slowest wide receivers that they have. Tight ends we're pretty much set at. We are looking at the line, if we can maybe get some line help, but I don't know really how much they're going to be able to help us in free agency. I don't really want to go too crazy with it. I like the defensive front. Mo Wilkerson and Leonard Williams should do well. Steve McLennan not too bad in the middle as the nose. What is going to hurt is that their linebackers aren't going to necessarily be that great for a 3-4 that they run. But we're going to have to look forward to the draft after Season 1. We're not expecting a great season in Season number 1, but we're going to try to win a couple games here and there, as many as we can get. Who knows? Maybe we can vie for a playoff spot. Yeah, right. Anyway, we have Marcus May and we have Jamal Adams. A couple pretty good safeties, one being an absolute beast. That's Jamal Adams. And then we got Catanzaro and Lachlan Edwards. The real question is whether you guys want to see the Jets bring in Colin Kaepernick, who was rumored to possibly go to the Jets at some point, and like every other team this offseason, the Jets have passed on him. Is Colin Kaepernick worth a go? Let me know in the comments below. They will bring in Denard Robinson as the speed running back for a little change of pace, as Forte and Powell are not that fast. They're also going to bring in Michael Burton for a fullback They were thinking about Ladarius Green, but I think Safarian Jenkins and Jordan Leggett should be sufficient for now. There really wasn't much else help, so here we are in camp. Let's listen in to Coach Hines.
Today's practice has got to be great. You want to win a ball game, take advantage of your practice reps, because Sunday's going to be here before you know it.
All right, so here we go. On the first pass of training camp, Josh McCown is picked off, and it isn't looking promising, but we're going to go ahead and listen to a little Colin Cowherd talk about his predictions on the AFC East, starting with the New England Patriots.
Best coach and the best quarterback and the best owner and the most stability in a division with virtually none. It is very possible they will go 6-0 in division. Brandon Cook's acquisition at wide receiver, it won't be Randy Moss coming to New England, but he could be a 1,200 to 1,300-yard acquisition. This roster is built to win the Super Bowl, and I think they'll get there. 14-2.
Wow, so obviously Colin thinking very highly of the Patriots. What about the Miami Dolphins, a team that made the playoffs last year?
I've got Miami at 9-7. Now, they were 10-6 last year. I'll pull a game back. But Jay Cutler, let's be honest, Ryan Tannehill last year was 19 touchdowns and 12 picks. I think Cutler can do that.
All right, Colin, I see your point. What do you think about the Buffalo Bills this season?
I'm going to put Buffalo at 7-9. They have a tremendous run-blocking offensive line. And their running game with ball control makes Buffalo dangerous.
All right, I'm sure Bills fans will be happy to hear you say that. But what can you say for fans of our franchise team here, the New York Jets? What do you think they're going to do this season?
And finally, the New York Jets. I'm sorry, but I have them at 0-16. The quarterback situation is bad as any I remember. I have their over-under at 4, and that's on touchdowns scored this season. I don't like their owner. Quarterback's atrocious. Best receiver just got hurt. Their offensive line shaky. The only really talent I can count on is on the defensive front. But what will it matter? They'll be on the field the entire game. I have the New York Jets at 0-16, and therefore the #1 pick in the NFL draft.
All right, so Colin Cowherd thinks the Jets will be 0-16. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments section below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you're new. Plenty more of this content coming. Hope you're hyped.